Hey everybody, this is TJR.
This is Superfan.
And as promised, I am following up on purchasing the Rolling Stones Out of Our Heads 2025 Record Store Day version with the Rolling Stones mono box set in color version of the same album. Now, as you're probably aware, this version here from the box set was digitally sourced, but it still sounds fantastic. I thought all of these, especially the early albums, just sounded amazing. I thought they sounded better than my CD versions. And then, of course, this was offered on Record Store Day, whereas the box set version was digitally sourced. This was mastered directly from the original analog mono tape. And so I asked the question, what will the difference be? Will I hear any serious difference between the two? And so Superfan and I both listened. And for this test, we listened to off of side 1, Mercy Mercy. Off of side 2, we listened to I Can't Get No Satisfaction and Play with Fire. And so we started with I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Mm-hmm. And any thoughts that you had about just the recordings in general? Anything you wanted to say first before I start?
No, in general, no. Mm-hmm. There were slight differences between the two.
Mm-hmm. I, at first, was siding towards the box set version that was digitally sourced. I at first was thinking that it was a bit more defined. Mm-hmm. But we went back and forth on that particular song twice. We listened to the digital, we listened to the analog, and then we did it again. And in each case, we listened to more of the song as we did. And I kind of actually feel that the bass was a little warmer on the analog version. I felt that I was leaning more towards this one, though it wasn't a major difference to me. It was just slight. I slightly preferred this. Listening to Satisfaction, I slightly preferred this analog version over the box set version that was digitally sourced. But it wasn't enough to make me say, oh my gosh, you have to listen to this now. You can't even waste time listening to this. No, not that big of a difference. I felt that the bass was just smoother on the analog version. I felt the definition was slightly better on this one here. Again, I'm talking about the analog version, but just a little bit. Now, however, though, it was a different story when we listened to Play with Fire, not Playing with Fire, Play with Fire, also off of side 2. There, I thought the difference was a lot more noticeable. Overall, I was enjoying Play with Fire more on this mono version than on this version here. But again, it's a larger difference, but I would still say if you got this, you're fine. You really are. This would only be like if you have the extra money and you don't mind buying it again, have at it.
You need to complete.
Just go ahead and have at it. But I wanted to experiment, and I was at first thinking I wouldn't get this until I heard that it was, an all analog transfer. Excuse me. But I didn't. I found it was more noticeable on that song, which is a much more acoustic song. I just thought it was more beautiful sounding. I thought it was warmer sounding. I also noticed that on the box set version, there is a drum in the background that is deliberately buried so that you feel it more than you hear it. But it had a lot more echo and presence on the digitally sourced version from the box set, whereas here it didn't have so much. And I liked it better this way. And again, this comes down to personal preference.
Yeah.
I just liked it better that way.
And that's what you want with this sort of thing, honestly. You want it to be a personal preference thing.
Yeah, it kind of comes down to that. But I found it more a more enjoyable experience here. I found it had satisfaction been as big of a difference. I might be saying you might want to strongly consider this a whole lot more than I'm currently doing. So after that, I said, well, then let's do a tiebreaker. And we listened to Mercy, Mercy off of side 1. And again, the difference, like satisfaction, the difference was this. With Play with Fire, the difference was more like this. We listened to Mercy, Mercy, and the difference is more back to being more like this again. I would say that the bass on the digitally sourced is more explosive. I would say, and also more in your face, less so on the analog version. So again, it comes down to your taste. I kind of liked it this way a little bit better, where it wasn't quite so in my face. Just me personally. So yeah, that was kind of our tiebreaker. So I kind of feel like, based on that the more band-related, upbeat tracks, the difference is going to be smaller. The sparser, more acoustic tracks, the difference is going to be a little bit bigger. And when I say that, I say in how far I lean more towards this versus this. And, everybody's mileage will vary to a certain level. So yeah, I would say if you have this like I do, prior to this, I only owned this album from the CD version of this set. Prior to that, I never owned these early Stones albums. I was more interested in the later period, the mid to later period of the Stones, the 70s period. So yeah, I would say, but if you have this, you're fine, by and large, unless you have the extra money to throw around, then, go ahead. I can't believe that this will only be available for Record Store Day. I have to believe that even, in fact, someone pointed out to me on the comments and said that it says here, exclusive, limited edition, which made me think it was a Record Store Day exclusive. But on the website, it does say, and then we're talking about the Record Store Day website, it does say Record Store Day first. So I'm sure they're going to release this more worldwide so you can get it. And I think the exclusivity is the transparent vinyl. That's what makes it an exclusive. That's the only thing. And
yeah, that's all they have to do to make it.
Yeah, to make it not be exclusive, it just put it on black vinyl or a different color, whatever. And they've accomplished that. But yeah, I would probably say that since I do have this now, what I would do is I would probably, for the time being, put this back in the Stones in Mono set, which sits in my room, on a shelf, and put this on the record shelf here in the living room with the other Stones records. I would put this one in its place, since I would probably lean more towards this one here. And I've done that as an example. Let It Bleed. I prefer the 50th anniversary stereo set version over the mono set version. So the mono version goes back in that box. The stereo version stays out here. I can always go upstairs and get it if I really want to hear it again. But because of room, space, I keep what I'm happiest with, keep it down here with me. Anyways, though, so those are my thoughts. If you've had the chance to make this comparison, let us know your thoughts. Or maybe you're fortunate enough to have like an original pressing, and if you have that,
yours is best.
Yeah, we'd love, well, we don't know if it's best or not. I have heard repressings. Okay, I sometimes think you're serious. And, but I would love to know your thoughts. If you have an original one of these and you want to compare it to this, let us know what you thought. I really want to know, because I can't do that. I don't have one.
Anybody who wants to send you a copy is welcome to do so.
Yes, and I'll do a comparison. But no, don't send me your copies unless you intend to give them to me. And I don't want you to have to do that. I just don't want you to send it to me and ask me to send it back. I don't want something to happen to it on to or from. I just don't want that to happen.
No, we're not responsible.
Yeah, don't send it to me unless you want to give it to me. And I'm just kidding. Anyways, though, so yeah, let us know your thoughts. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. A big thank you to the patron supporters. Patron supporters receive exclusive weekly videos not available on this channel.
You are fierce and mighty.
Thank you so much for just stopping by, too. We really appreciate it. It means a lot. And we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.